So what I do for Apricot is go and talk to local authorities and schools and find out where their needs are in terms of curriculum provision for students and young people that aren't actually currently in education, maybe because of medical illness or behavioural issues. And we talk to them about engaging with Apricot and seeing how we can help.
Apricot is an alternative learning provision. It's taught with real teachers, live in real time in virtual classrooms.
Apricot works really by bringing school to the student wherever they are and overcoming any sort of geographical boundaries or any other issues that might stand in the way.
My favourite thing about Apricot is Blackboard Collaborate. I love the fact that I can talk to my teachers and it's easy to use.
I like the one-on-one learning that the teachers can provide. I like the way it is over the internet.
There's a lot of chatter these days about interactive learning and about e-learning. Then there's something called gamification. That's all about these little steps of progression, rewards, motivation. The games actually teach them how to learn, and most of these students, that's what they want. They want to learn how to learn.
The classroom's totally interactive, so the teacher can set work, the children interact with it through the whiteboard. So as the student logs in, the teacher can give them permissions to chat, to use their microphones, to write on the whiteboard, or to share material on their workspace.
In terms of security with Apricot, there are two sides. As a school, the first thing I'm looking at is to know that all of the staff that are employed by Apricot are CRB checked and that they're safe to work with our pupils, and that vetting process is done very, very carefully by Apricot. On the online environment itself, now that Blackboard Learn is actually integrated into Apricot's online website, the security is even tighter.
I would say Apricot Learning is very secure. We have an encrypted connection to the Blackboard servers, and they themselves have hired a third-party internet security firm to encrypt any information sent to their servers. Your child's safety is absolutely paramount to Apricot Learning.
It's never about money. It's not about glory. It's about personal satisfaction. It's about helping people. It's about having other people help themselves and see that. Everybody who works for this company has that investment.
As a teacher, we do try to follow schemes of work, lesson plans, and all the other things you would follow in a mainstream school. But of course we do tailor these to our groups and our students just to facilitate their ease of learning.
The purpose of that lesson plan format is to make it easy for teachers not just to meet Ofsted's grade criteria in terms of what would be their expectations, but to actually think about going above and beyond that and incorporating things that are specific to good online teaching.
Whilst using computers, we can do all sorts of interactive learning, and it's a different experience for each child. Obviously a positive experience.
I think part of our success actually is that, of course, these days we're now working with an I generation of learners. We're working with young people who have never actually known life without the internet.
It's remarkably simple actually. We used to train all our students in how to use the classroom. It would take about 20 minutes on average, but we found that it just wasn't necessary.
Students find it very easy to use our interface. They may be a bit daunted to start with, but once they've logged on, it's easier than a game. It's easier than Angry Birds.
Most of what we do in this office is figure out better and better ways of communicating with each other, with the teachers, with the students, with the clients. This whole business is about communication.
We really do aim to try to be more than just a service provider for our clients. We want to build up a strong partnership which is about meeting the needs of individuals.
In terms of teamwork with Apricot, I think we've come a long way. For two separate organisations that had never worked together, we've become very close-knit and very collaborative in our working, partly through necessity and partly because they're just such an easy company to work with, and both Amy and Kate are very amenable and very accommodating to our needs. I can see huge potential for Apricot to develop within mainstream school environments and also within special schools, within PRUs, because the need is always going to be there.
The immediate future for this company is sort of more of the same. an extension of where we are currently. That is, seeing students get re-engaged with their education, reintegrating into schools, getting their qualifications, progressing inch by inch if that's what it takes. Then we'll probably look at some more vulnerable populations.
It's a good feeling knowing that you are helping out vulnerable children who otherwise would not be getting access to either any education or the education that they needed for their specific circumstances.